First, guys, is the concept. I wanted to let you guys know everything that I say here is out of my brain. I wanted to let you all think about what an ideal Cartoon Network schedule or fixing Cartoon Network schedule would look like. And so now I can begin. So in this video, I will be discussing how to fix Cartoon Network schedule to reflect the actual variety and brilliant content they have acquired in production at the moment. Now, of course, the most recent series that has gotten the attention of Cartoon Network is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. It's gotten just as much schedule filling now as Teen Titans Go. It's like they took pieces of Teen Titans Go's schedule and broke it in half and shared it with Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Outside of that, there's not much growth. Gumball and We Were Bears continue to be the main series that get the programming attention, but other than that, you don't get anyone else. The ones that, again, I'm not mentioning here, those series that you don't see at all: Adventure Time, Clarence, Steven Universe, Regular Show, even new and or acquired series like Mighty Magisword, Powerpuff Girls, Justice League, Transformers, Sonic Boom, Lego Ninjago, and Nexo Knights. Here's my concept. Here's my idea. Wouldn't it make sense to use your primetime slot of 5 to 8 p.m. to become a programming block to utilize all of your cartoons, or the majority of them? There's a great opportunity to do this because Cartoon Network has already made, first off, the expectation to expect 11-minute episodes instead of, before in 2012 and in the past, a prior 24 double episode. So what I'm presenting here is only in line with the 11-minute episodes that we've seen from the channel and how they present them. Additionally, if executives are worried about keeping kids' attention, this will be a compilation of everything and a lot of cartoons that they love and we love in general, which may in fact increase viewership. So what do you go forward with this? How do you go forward with this? What would be the best way to go forward with this? I believe the best way to go forward with an idea like this is to remove the host, call it Cartoon Planet, replace them with maybe new hosts, maybe someone like Mordecai or Rigby, someone that is new and someone that people understand and like. Anyway, here's what I have come up with. Here is everything from the fruits of my labor. Here is Cartoon Planet in my eyes. Now, as you can see, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. it takes everything that we can utilize in that time slot and puts it all together. On the right hand side, you see all the main points that I'm trying to present here. It's perfect for new premieres, cartoons can be swapped for new and other series, and it presents the full arsenal of animation from this network. That's something that we need because we just don't have that right now from the channel, and that's something that's really hurting people's opinions of the channel, and we're just getting bombarded with Teen Titans Go only. As you can see, I put Teen Titans Go in there because I think that it does deserve a slot, just not as massive of a time slot that we've seen from Cartoon Network in the months and months and months past. As you can see, all the cartoons here are shared, are in different spots for different reasons. You don't want the attention to only be pulled to the first hour, and you don't want it to be Adventure Time and then Regular Show and then Steven Universe and then We Bear Bears. That would be effectively destroying the relevance of the block itself. You want to keep people around and interested to watch everything. And as also you can see, other series that you haven't seen in a while are there. Even Powerpuff Girls, which hasn't gotten the attention that it had just a couple months ago, is on this thing because I think that it deserves a slot. It is a production. It's a series that's in production. It deserves a slot. So let's get to the first point. Cartoons can be swapped for other or new series. This is excellent because of the fact that you need to keep things fresh. You don't want them to go stale. And I will continue to say this over and over because you need a block and you need a channel to stay relevant. How do you keep things relevant if you continue to have the same cartoons over and over and over again? This schedule right here sounds great right now, but in a month may become old because it's week after week after week. Hell, even after a week it might become old. So how do you keep that relevant? Well, you switch them up. As you can see, let's take, for example, Regular Show or Sonic Boom. Let's say that viewership is low or you just want to switch them out. You can replace them, you can switch them, you can change the places of them. You can say, oh, well, I want OKKO instead of Regular Show. Slides in OKKO. And then in place of Sonic Boom, let's put in Transformers. Let's see how it does. That's what I'm looking for in terms of a progressive, not even just progressive, just a smart idea from Cartoon Network and a strategy for this time slot and this block in general. Transformers, OKKO now sit in that spot, so you see that there. And that can happen for all of them. Clive Chance Meatballs at a certain point may be replaced with another acquired series. We see whatever happens. It grows and forms and switches up and moves and keeps going. And I think that's a brilliant way to do it. I think that this is a great way to make sure that people are always tuned in and always want something awesome from this channel. And always want to watch something awesome from this channel, especially this time slot right here. Again, I'm going to keep saying time slot and keeping it fresh, not stale. Again, perfect for new premieres here. Let's say Ben 10 slides in. Obviously, this is going to be big. April will have a lot of Ben 10, or I'm sure they're going to have a lot of Ben 10. They seem to schedule fill whenever there's something brand new. So what we'll have is Ben 10, new episode, premieres here in this time slot. Now, as you can see toward the last half here, everything toward from at the 7 o'clock hour is hero-based, is superhero-based. And I think that's a solid place to put superhero-based things. I think Justice League Action particularly is a great cartoon to have at the end of Cartoon Network, sort of like wrapping up everything. Justice League Action, I think, is the great last sort of cartoon that can sort of switch out into Adult Swim. I think maybe that's, people can disagree with that. I think that you could have different cartoons there. Obviously, Justice League Action could be switched out with Steven Universe, for instance, or any other series. But that's the main point is new episode, right? If you want a new episode of OKKO, new episode, market it, advertise it, boom, it's in this cartoon planet. People are already watching everything, and then new premiere comes in, and people are interested and hyped and like what they see. I think that this will keep the train moving in terms of what's going to be fresh on this block and just in general on Cartoon Network. The main point of this whole thing is just to present the full arsenal of animation from Cartoon Network in general. Without having this massive variety, we're stuck with a bland channel, and that's what people hate about Cartoon Network. Because of the fact that instead of giving us everything, you give us a limited amount, like 4 cartoons a week, we get frustrated and angry and disappointed in the fact that you're not using the full potential of your cartoons. This would change everything. This would effectively give all the cartoons equal amount of attention in a time slot that people really love and people will really tune into. As cartoons wrap up and cartoons are being added or being removed, this will keep everything moving. This will keep the train going and will allow for Cartoon Network to just continue to move into the future with their series without having the bug or issue that would face them if they were to say, well, let's only have 4 cartoons in the entire week. I hope that this is something that they're thinking about or considering. I'm putting this out here as a fan of Cartoon Network because I think that this is the best way to move forward. Because I think that even if you were to effectively change the 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. time slot, whatever is scheduled in that area, I think that it wouldn't effectively change the identity of Cartoon Network. What would change the identity of Cartoon Network is if you were to say, let's get the main target time and make it a place for every cartoon. Make it a flourishing area for everyone to enjoy. That is how you do it, I think. That is how you effectively alter the opinion of many. And that's how you get rid of the idea that Cartoon Network is stale. That's how you get rid of the idea that Cartoon Network sucks. That's how you get rid of the idea that everything is not as good as it once was. You have the variety, and you give kids the variety, you give the community the variety, and people will be impressed at what you have. And you finally actually give people the idea of, oh, what other shows are there? Final point, if Cartoon Network, for instance, wanted to advertise at the end of every episode, because they're 11-minute episodes, or 4 minutes between, obviously advertise, and it's like, okay, well, let's, at the end, hey, if you guys liked Adventure Time, we have Adventure Time merchandise in the Cartoon Network shop. I never see shop merchandise. If you guys ever wanted to merchandise that, you'd be able to, at the end of every episode, you'd be able to say, here you go, we have content that kids would love, that young adults would love, that adults would love, because we love these series. It's not out of the window or out of the crazy mind to think that if you guys wanted to push all cylinders, this is how you would do it. But that's my thought, guys. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this concept? I want to know the community's thoughts. If you can share this, please. I'd like to see if this can get anywhere. Thanks for watching. I'm Brian Salam. As always, stay tuned for more.